Aloha and welcome. I am the draft specialist with my friend Eric again. We are going to do another episode of Brews and Buds with a couple first impressions. Want to give a shout out to Jack Patterson at Zaftig Brewing Company. He came up last night, we had a little bit of fun, and he dropped off a growler of one of their special releases, so excited to try that. And he also gave us some good info on some up-and-coming stuff, so we're definitely going to have to try Zaftig down in Columbus. Hit him up, tell Jack, well, say hi to Jack for me, tell him Eric sent you. Let's get right to it. Here is the gift growler we got. This is One Night Stand. It's their batch number 233. This is a brute IPA at 7.5%. So here goes nothing. Maybe? Ooh, there we go. All right, man. Let's give it a whirl. Woo. Start with a little sample. It's got some really, really good color to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really caramel like you would think. Like West Coast seemed to be a little bit more caramel color. It's got a really good yellow hue to it. Man. Wow.
Fruity.
Very fruity. It smells like they dry hopped it with like a Citra or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of citrus. Subtle yeast. Wow, that is really refreshing.
Yeah, you can definitely taste the yeast in that one, but it's nice.
It is. It's at 7.5%. It's pretty middle of the road for an IPA. You can really get you get the brute though, because it's crisp, it's refreshing, it's effervescent.
Yeah.
A lot of CO2 in this one. I can only imagine that the volumes of CO2 has got to be pushing 2.5 to 3, which is on the high end for an IPA. I still got some lingering head, and I didn't even pour it very well. It's very impressed. Very impressed. This one's. It also doesn't taste anything like it smells.
Mm-mm.
Like, not at all.
No, there's not as much fruit flavor as it smells.
Right. So
Definitely more yeast kind of flavored.
Yeah, dry hopped really, really well, because that really hides.
Yeah.
Really hides it. And I almost get. As weird as it is, I would say, like, after the swallow, the palate has almost a peppery sensation. I don't want to say spicy, but it's got like almost like a peppercorn kind of burn or something.
Yeah, a little bit.
I wonder if that's like a byproduct of the hops used. I can only imagine they used at least 2 or 3 different hops in that, because the smell is completely different than the palate. This one's really good. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Zaftig. Can't wait to check y'all out. Good luck on your expansion. I hope everything works really, really well for you. And we will be enjoying this one for sure.
Definitely.
For, the rest of the night, I suppose. Wow, that is just so...
It's refreshing.
Yeah, this is like... At 7.5%, it's not really... I wouldn't call it a lawn mowing beer, but it definitely could be with how clean it is.
Yeah.
Just
a nice relaxing in the summertime beer.
It is, and it like cleanses your palate, you know what I mean? It's like drinking a soda water or something.
Yeah, there's not a lot of lingering flavor.
No, just that dryness,
yeah,
which you would get from, I would imagine that's why they derive this style, but like a brut champagne.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really, really dry, sparkling wine, and this is like, I think it does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's a really dry IPA.
Yeah, it is.
I like it a lot. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Cheers. That one's tasty. Get you a little rinsey here. Get you a little rinsey here. All right. The next one that we're going to try is pretty local to us. It's from Upside Brewing. They are in Slovenia. I checked them out for the first time last night. It's a quaint little pizzeria. It's a really, really nice little spot. And we got the growler I got is the Upside Your Face. This one was really surprising. It comes in at 10.6% ABV for New England style. That's like, it's pretty dang hefty.
Yeah.
Almost like they had to, you're hitting you're getting outside of the Dipper range and stronger into an Imperial at that point. So an Imperial New England, if you would call it that. Let's give it a whirl.
Nice personal size can.
Right, this is my oil can. Back off. That pours really nicely.
Yeah, it's got a nice head on it.
Pours really nicely. It's hazy, so they did a good job hitting the mark on the New England style. Pardon me. You've got a good collection of the head. It's pretty lacy, not foamy, but 10.6. Whew. Man, that is
Not a lot of fruit on the nose.
no. It's not as juicy as most New Englands, especially the most popular one around us. Is extremely juicy.
Yeah.
All the way around. This one's not. It's geez, I don't know if I can put my finger on it. I almost want to say there's a Centennial. I don't know. Actually, I can't put my finger on it. But wow, that one definitely has a kick to it.
Yeah. It's definitely sweet for a New England also. It's
Yes.
very sweet.
Yes, I think that's derived from the ABV, the added malt.
Yeah. Definitely malty. It's nice though.
It is. It is really nice. I like the color, especially.
Yeah.
I don't get any yeast out of this at all, though. It's almost all malt sweetness.
Yeah. Not much fruity either, honestly.
Right.
In the flavor or smell or anything. It's nice though.
I mean, we had a couple variations of theirs yesterday. They had their triple, which was very, very sweet. It was unlike any triple, really, that...
Yeah, it was kind of syrupy.
It was very syrupy. It was almost as sweet as, like, Dogfish Head's 120 minute.
Yeah.
That one's got a bigger bite, more burn, but their triple had... it was dangerous. It was hashtag butt kicker. We got a butt kicker right here, and theirs was 13%.
Yeah, that one was 13.
Which is impressive, but it just didn't... I wouldn't really throw that in the IPA category. I mean, it is technically, but
yeah,
I mean, we have our favorites. We're gonna have one from one of our favorites here, and they do a great triple.
Yeah,
Implications, one of my favorite, and triple's like a lost art.
yeah, that's a good clean one too, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Not overly bitter, not overly sweet.
Very crisp. This one's surprising. I'm a big fan of it. It lingers. There's something that lingers, and it's not grapefruit. It might be like a pineapple. Like a little bit of a pineapple, maybe acidity. But that's really about the only fruit flavor that I get out of this.
Yeah, there's not too much fruit in there.
And I would say without knowing, I would say this is like a 2-row malt, just from its color and its sweetness. But it's very good, and
Very
dangerous. 10.6%. I mean, you're drinking. You got 4, 5, 6 beers in this can now.
Yeah, that'll fit most people's palate.
Absolutely. Anyone says they're not an IPA drinker, I challenge them to.
Yeah.
Normally you go with like a fruit IPA, citrus IPA.
Mm-hmm.
I like to use like Perrin's Blackberry IPA. I mean, 35 IBUs, so
Yeah.
it's definitely not a hophead's first choice, but anyone who says they're not an IPA fan, I'd challenge them to try that and not like it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a good entrance one. This one would be a good entrance one.
I agree. Someone who likes to drink, butt kickers and not a hop fan yet. We're getting there. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Upside. Hope we get the opportunity to work with y'all a little bit more. We stopped in a little bit late last night, but got a really good pie.
Yeah.
Tried to crack some jokes with your wait staff. Didn't go over so well. Sorry about that. And we won't mention the brew pub across the street. Just always seems to let me down. So
Yeah.
Oh well. We'll give them another try one of these here days.
They might get better.
All right. Well,
In great moments.
you brought a couple, so
Yeah.
feature them, my friend. What do you got?
Brought from Shad Dynasty from Odd Sides. One of the Always Sunny reference beers.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited. You brought the what was it
Thunder Gun Express
Thunder
last
Gun
time.
Express? Yeah, that one was very, very tasty. That was actually one of the first ones I had in the series.
Yeah.
And from what you said the other night, they've got a considerable repertoire from.
Yeah, I think they have 6 or 7 Always Sunny referenced ones.
They're
always good though. They always put out a good beer.
Now, that show it's not still running, is it?
I think it's going back into its next season.
So it's going to start again.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Because I know they had a short hiatus.
Yeah.
But oh wow, man, that is funky.
Yeah.
Very funky.
It's got a lot of smells in it.
Oh my goodness, I can't. All right, now I may be way off base on this, but I get like fresh green cardamom, like
Yeah, it's definitely herbal.
yeah,
In some way.
a little spicy, very herbal. I mean, it's almost got like like pear or apple juice has that kind of like a funk.
Yeah.
It's not discernible as the fruit smell, but it's got like that little hint of funk. Like that's what I'm getting.
It's definitely funky.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I'm trying to get away from saying words like dank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That beer's dank.
It's resinous.
There you go. See? Trying to elaborate on our lexicon.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That is really complex.
Yeah. It's hard to pull any specific flavor from that. It's almost fruity and
It is.
funky, but at the same time, it's not fruity at all.
I'm gonna go like way out there, and it's gonna seem really, really strange, but it's imagine like a fruit flip flop.
Okay.
You get a little bit of toe funk.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of whatever they've been walking in that day, and then gosh, the fruit is.
Taste how it
nuts, man.
smells.
It does.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like it's delicious. I love it. This one's delicious. And what is it coming in at? It's
Pretty high, I think.
7%.
It's a sneaky one.
Yeah. So right down the middle of the row of an IPA, and it's just it's funky. I really like it. Really crazy. I don't even know how they derived this flavor.
Yeah, it's hard to put a finger on exactly what it is I'm smelling or tasting, but it's weird.
Because you get those smells and you almost want to, like... It's not a sour by any stretch,
No,
but
not
it
at all.
like smells like it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that doesn't make sense. I don't know how they did it. Oddside, you knocked another one out of the park. This is definitely not for anyone who doesn't have a desire for hops. There is a very discernible bitterness, but it's hard to like put your finger on like you know, it's not the citrus, it's not the grapefruit, it's not the pine, it's not the earthy.
It's just funky.
It's just funky. Like do they have a foot funk hops
Gym
yet?
class.
They nailed it. They nailed it. So, Oddside, I have a question for y'all when you finally see this. When are you doing, like, milk steak and all that? Like, that's the next one I'd really like to see.
Like a lactose IPA or something?
Yeah, it's something crazy.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
It'd be good.
Some, like, 9% lactose IPA dippa.
That'd be good. I really like because of the implications, that's probably my favorite triple out there right now.
It is, man. It's
definitely worth the money for a 4-pack. Can't even remember what it is. It's a little up there, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, but it's not outrageous. I mean, you're not paying, you're not paying outrageous prices for something that's hard to find.
Right.
It's only released a couple times a year, isn't it?
Yeah. But when it's released, it's relatively easy to find, it seems like, nowadays.
There's quite a bit going around, and then the handful of establishments around here that the retailers that sell it, they usually have a bit.
Yeah.
If you know what you're looking for, that's the key. Man, knock another one out of the park. I can't put my finger on it, but I'd love to pick one of y'all's brain when you have a moment. That would be awesome, because, I mean, it's impressive. Like, look, even the head, it laces really well.
It's got a great mouthfeel.
It's hazy, yet it's clean. Like, it doesn't taste like there's any adjuncts, but there's not. I can't tell you that if there are or not. I mean, this is so different of almost any other IPA I've ever tried.
Yeah, it's good though. Whatever they did to it, it is definitely good.
Cheers. Well done, Outside. Knocked another one out of the park. Give you a little rinse here, man.
Thank you,
man.
And then the other beer that I brought was Citra High from Mad Tree down in Cincinnati.
Right on. I love this beer.
Yeah, this is always a good go-to whenever you can find it. I don't think they started canning it until recently.
Yeah, I think I've only had it on draft.
Yeah, I think they had it on draft for the longest time, and they started canning it. I want to say this year, but I could be off on that one.
It's got great color. Got a slight amber hue to it. Great head. A little foamy. Good lace. I mean, I love Citra hops, so.
Yeah.
Here.
And they didn't go light on it with this Imperial.
No, they didn't, but I also get like their ale yeast is like biscuity. Like, I get like biscuits.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
see
mean?
that, definitely.
Like Citra hop biscuits, which I want some now. I'm throwing that out there.
Some nice zesty biscuits.
Mad Tree, if you're down there, you know, we'll be in Cincinnati on Friday. Hit me up. Shameless plug. Now that is a Citra hopped IPA.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. It's great. I mean,
it's balanced. There's enough malt there, but at the same time, very bitter for an Imperial.
Bitter, dry. Like it really dries out the tongue, and that's like the lingering flavor is the hops. It's very good. Very impressed. Always impressed. Never had it in a can before, but like it lots. Like it lots. Where's it coming in at? 9.5 Imperial. But you don't taste that. There's no
alcohol.
Camphorous burn.
Yeah.
There's no, fresh mouthwash feel.
Right.
None of that. It's.
Jack is asking if you had the brew yet.
Yes, Jack, we did. We featured it first. Here it is right here. It was awesome. It was very, very good. Very different than almost any other IPA I've had. Liked it a lot.
Very refreshing.
Exactly. Crisp, clean, effervescent, really dry. It was a dry IPA. Thank you, Jack, very much. Everyone needs to go say hi to Jack at Zaftig. He will be your entertainment and beer connoisseur. He'll lead you through the whole night. That guy Yeah, one of my best friends. Love you, brother. I can't wait to see him again. It was a fun night last night, and we'll be sharing some more stories again here soon. Cracked open some really good ones, as I told you earlier. You saw. We broke into Bell's Black Note 2017, which is one of my favorite years. I think 15 was my favorite, but love that stout. We're stout fans here. Broke into KBS. KBS 2017 was probably one of my favorite years because it gained 2% more ABV than it ever has, and it's just bourbon sweet and delicious. And then I broke out New Holland's their reserve, the Dragon's Milk.
Wow.
Their reserve. It was a vanilla chai reserve 2016, I think it was. I think it was a 16. It was it's really good. It's not one of my favorite adjuncts that they did, but it's just, it's well-rounded, very spicy, a lot of chai spice to it. So we had a lot of fun last night after we got back from doing a couple brewery stops. Anyway, back to the Citra High. This is 9.5%, man. This is dangerous.
Yeah.
You're drinking 2 beers in the 12-ounce can. That's hashtag butt kicker.
Yeah, I'm glad they started canning this one. I think this is one of my favorite ones from them.
It's very good. Very, very good. And they didn't miss the mark at all. It's very, very even keel. You get a little bit of everything in it. You get the yeast. You get the malt is probably the most subtle. And then the hops, you get the hops all the way through it. You're a hop head.
Yeah.
That's why you love it.
Yeah, definitely. The more hops, the better.
And it's hard to argue that, right? Which, in another video, we'll have an argument of the 100 IBU beer, yay or nay. We'll get into that. I've got my 2 cents on it. Everyone else has their 2 cents on it. We'll go from there. But until next time, aloha. Cheers.